Thank you very much, brother. What's up, Brandon? Good wallet for AMPL. You can just use any ERC20 wallet, you know, MetaMask, Frame, Rabby, anything like that. Hey, what's up, Slade? Thanks for tuning in, homie. What's up, Powell? Take a little hour break. A girl got home from her massage, immediately passed out in bed. So Joa, let's go. That's right. I easily got another hour in, maybe 2. Be back, brother. What's up, Tommy? Old ass. Come on, bro. We all know you're like 18. Game plan for VEC and produce. Produce, honestly, I'm only trying to hit like 10 mil. I'm vested for the whole month anyways, so. VEC game plan. Let's see, my entry's around like 40. So if I could get like a 3x to 120, I'd be happy to reduce like 80% of my size, honestly. That'll be like 75 mil. My whole goal was like to triple my money, rebuy dog. It looks like I'll probably have to rebuy a little bit higher, but if I can triple my money, as long as dog doesn't pump like, as long as it doesn't pump to like above 5, I should be able to rebuy my size and have leftovers. Yeah, that's the game plan. I'll probably undersell this hard. This will probably run to like 500 or something. But it's not a big core position for me or anything. It's just a quick flip. If I can hit a 3x from $40, I'll be really happy. What's up, Augustin? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Oh, I forgot to switch my stream over to the charts. Yeah, if I can get to like 120, I'll be chilling. That shouldn't max out the fibs either. Max fibs, that's about max 130. Might take a month to get there, but I think it's a pretty solid play. Super liquid. And I'm in the P pod too, so I'm getting like 550. Ooh, the APR went up. It was at like under 500 this morning, I think. So I'm getting really nice APR, getting about, let's see, what is that, 1.5% a day? Yeah, about 1.5% a day. And I've been in a couple of days now, so I've already made up for the fees. I think it was 4%. Yeah, about 4% wrap, unwrap. So I've already made up the fees. And probably let it go another couple weeks if I can on this APR. On top of the APR you get just from being in VEC anyways, so pretty good play. The AMPL pod's not earning that much, but I mean, it's better than nothing. About 20% on the LP. No CBR yet. In fact, the CBR is under collateralized. But once this starts rebasing instead of debasing, then should be pretty good. And I think it'll start rebasing if we can get back above like $1.20. But this is just a patience game, honestly. AMPL is a complete patience game. If you can just be patient until you can spend like a month or 2 rebasing, let alone if we can reach up to this level again, oh my gosh, it's going to print so hard. Let me see if I can get to the dashboard. Let's see what the market cap's looking like. Here we go. I mean, yeah, it's basically just a waiting game until we can hit like any of these levels again. Even 500 mil would be huge gains from wherever we're at now, like 90. I think I started buying around 80. So if I can get a liquid 10x on this, I'm going to make fucking stacks, dudes. I can't wait. And with the news coming for this, I mean, we can make new highs, honestly. I'm going to try and diamond hand this hard. How's the quality? Are we doing okay? 1080p looks like solid. How do you use trailing stops? Trailing stops on chain are manual. Like, since I'm using higher time frame closes, you know, I would just be watching, right? If we do this like on Fideum, you know, if we do something like this, then you're just watching every weekly close. If you close a weekly below a key level, then that's when you come in and you just sell. And right now we're at a really nice level. I have a good feeling this is going to hold the low pennies. This chart actually looks really solid. F5 your Fideum tab. Oh shit, good looks, dude. I don't know why my Dex tools lag so hard, man. Like, I'll use Dex Screener for a month, and then it'll decide to start not working on my internet for some reason. Or Dex Screener, yeah. And then I'll use Dex Tools, and it'll work great. And then all of a sudden, Dex Tools will just stop updating, even though I have the premium feature or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. EMC could do numbers. Dude, EMC is going to do huge numbers. Like, this is legit probably a $50 coin. Probably a $50 coin. At least 10 by the end of the year. I'm thinking 50 to 100 for peak bull run. I mean, you're talking, what would $100 be right now? Like, let's assume end of year supply, which is about 80 million right now. Okay, so $10 would be 800 million, which means $100 is 8 billion. I mean, that's nothing. 8 billion peak bull run will probably barely be top 50. I mean, it's gonna do numbers, dudes. I'm like no doubt about it. It's gonna do numbers. EMC is gonna do numbers. Fideum, Creso is gonna do numbers. Dog is gonna do numbers. AMPL is gonna do numbers. I mean, look at this chart, dudes. Like, come on. We're gonna do this again. No doubt in my mind. Am I liking BTC or VEC more? I think VEC is a better play. BTC is probably a better Ponzi. Like, I think this has a chance to run harder, honestly. But VEC is probably a safer play. It's probably going to attract a little bit more like regular attention. But this is going to attract more degens. And this is deflationary eventually. If this can get a huge treasury going, like, what's the treasury at right now? I think it's 40. I need to actually claim today. I got like 16 BTC. Treasury is at 2.5 million right now. If we can get this to like 50 million, oh, and we start getting paid USDC, oh, it's 93% of supply staked, guys, with 30% debase. I mean, it's unbelievable, honestly. It's still rocking 450% APR. I might go ahead and try to really quickly claim and restake my rewards. You guys bear with me. like the only asset I still use my ledger for. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to reapprove. I don't really want to go revoking. Oh wait, no, maybe I can just approve this way. Maybe I don't have to revoke. I'm getting like 800 bucks a day in BTC, honestly. I mean, if this goes 10x from here, 8K a day is pretty juicy. But we'll wrap back around to what I was talking about before. We were talking about my top plays, which was Fidem, Creso, Ample, EMC, Dog, and Welsh. And people were asking about 0KN. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let me see if I can claim this BTC. Oh, it's working. Pog. Closing in on 1,000 BTC. Let's go. It's looking like the strat to flip ATOR into BTC is going pretty well. I mean, this is down from my exit, and BTC is down from my entry. I think I got in at like, what was my entry, guys? 70? Was it 70 or 80? I can't remember. I think it was 70. It might have been more closer to 80. I'll have to check. Nice. And we're restaked. Let's go. Let me check. I'm curious what my actual entry was on this. Okay, yeah, it was like 80. So not great. Still down from my entry. But I've already increased my size. What is that? The 29th I got in, so 5 days. Already up 11% in 5 days. So what is that, like 60% in a month? Woo! Ride. Where do you stake BTC? On their app, blackrockfund.finance. Make sure you get an official link though from Blockcircle. Someone will have it. What's the best play if we hold AMPL? I mean, the best play is just to hold. You'll get the rebases. You get more if you stake, but it takes longer when you claim if you're staking. I think you get let me see. Let me see how much you get extra. I think it's like 11% more if you're staked. But the best play, honestly, is just to hold until this is billions. And I think there's going to be some, like, we're at like this point of the chart here, in my opinion. Some music. The music going to work this time? is working. Nice. All we can do is lo-fi, but that's fine. What's up, Grim? I'm gonna call you Mr. G, honestly, from now on, brother. I can't take it. Or Grim. Okay, Grim. AMPL takes your tokens. I think you negative rebase under like $1.05. It's backed by the 2019 CPI US dollar, which I think is $1.17 now. It's supposed to be like supposed to counter inflation. So if it was staked around $1, it wouldn't be inflation proof since the dollar is losing value every year. But I think that the level at which it's neutral rises as inflation rises. So I think at the neutral level is $1.10 to like $1.20-ish right now. So we shouldn't. We might negative rebase right here. I can't tell. I think we positive rebased last night, so maybe we're a little bit above it. But what we want to see is like what we had back in October. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's like 15 weeks in a row of positive rebases. Right? Something like that. That's what you want to see. That's where your market cap's going to go up big time. We'll get there. Are we puking? Looks like Bitcoin's puking a little bit. Bro, this shit is just gonna... This shit's just gonna do this. It's legit just gonna zzz. Can you give an update about Social Grow? Yeah, I have not really heard back from them. I asked about it a couple days ago. Let me see if he responded. I think it's still a go. I think they're just waiting, and I think it's the right choice. That they should wait to launch until better market conditions. Like launching now is just gonna it's gonna make a chart launch like this. They need to launch when market conditions are better. But you should have received a Telegram message from the bot. So definitely check. If you didn't, then just Discord message me your Telegram account again, and I'll make sure that he sets it up. But anyone who won will definitely get a whitelist spot for sure. But they just haven't really done anything yet, and I think that's the right call. Have you heard of FXI Gaming Coin? I have not heard of that one, brother, no. Can you go over your biggest bags? Yeah, no problem. NFTs, bitmaps. Oh, yeah, we do need to do Bitcoin DeFi as well. Let me pull that up. I'll do that as well. We already did my biggest coins earlier. It's Fideum. Fideum, still Welsh because I'm in from so low on Welsh, like 200K market cap. That this has just become a ridiculous position. I mean, like this is still like almost double my Fideum bag, and my Fideum bag is huge. So still Welsh, Fideum. My EMC bag, if you include my vested bag from the strategic round, is enormous. This is about the size of my Welsh bag, but I won't have all my vested position until September. Then Fideum, Creso, 0KN, AMPL fourth. All of these still look really solid. We had a pre-seller puke 0KN this morning, and someone immediately came in right after and just bought a huge bag. This guy dumped like 80K, and right after, someone bought 40K and then 160K. Actually crazy. Seen that one coming from a mile away too, honestly. And then after that, it's Dog. My Kakon bag is getting enormous. I'm still the biggest holder of this one. I refuse to sell cheap. We're betting big on Barney this cycle, y'all. What's up, Couscous? Happy Sunday. COD did us dirty. I knew it would, dude. I got too impatient. But I think I still made good money on what I flipped it into. Yeah, I knew this one was gonna rip. I didn't have the patience. I got out patienced. I sold most of mine from like $1.20 to like 80. And here we are. But it is what it is. I don't honestly, I stopped caring about missing stuff a long time ago. You simply move on. Too much money to be made. Heard this theory that LCX will be the Coinbase of EU. LCX, I've never heard of that. 200 million. Where did this come from? It's up 10x the last couple months. Where is this even listed? It's on Coinbase? And the chart looks great. I've never even heard of this. I mean, yeah, I would not fade this. This looks like the stacks breakout. So it'll probably go through some consolidation here, but I mean, yeah, this chart looks really good. As long as you can stay above like 15 cents, this thing looks really good. I don't know anything about the fundamentals, but the chart's nice and healthy. Let's go and look at our ordinals. So, my biggest position is still bitmaps. I still think bitmaps are probably one of the safest positions you can be in as far as ordinals. Node monkeys are really good. Puppets look good. RSig looks really good. I've got some hashlings that I think look good. Bitcoin burials are going to be dropping their bonies or whatever soon, which I think will do really well. Rare sats look okay. I'm down pretty heavy on my rare sats, honestly. I was buying these at like 400 to 500. I'm down like a nice juicy 50%, but I didn't put too much in. There's only like what? There's only like 50 or 60 up until where I bought. Ooh, this is a good one. Damn, yo, someone should buy this one. This is a huge one. I might have to scoop that myself. Excuse me. I don't even know if I have enough money to scoop that. Let's try. I do have enough. Let's see if it. Yoink. She's mine. Too slow. Snooze, you lose. This is everything, dude. The oldest sat in circulation. First Bitcoin of the 9th block. First transaction. Mined by Nakamoto. Vintage. Block 78, also vintage. It's a palindrome. Common's fine. It's a pizza. Uncommon, Omega, and Alpha. The first set and the last set. He's selling all these for so cheap. What a steal. Well, you always got to go through these. You just never know what you might find. I mean, look, just there's plenty of regular, just uncommons going for more. And this guy's selling a gem for all of these. Holy crap. Any more that are a reasonable price? This one's pretty good. It's a little bit expensive, but also a Nakamoto one. Rare sets are going to be so fun, dude. Honestly, I think these are going to be super nice. Might have to scoop a couple more later. $200 seems like a steal for these. I might sweep the floor a little bit. I don't have much BTC in my wallet though. I can probably scoop like 4 of them real quick. I think I'll do that. Can I get 5? I gotta get 5. No, I can't. 4. And let's scoop 4 rare sats and that nice juicy one. Yeah, don't be sleeping on Bitcoin ordinals, guys. This is such an easy trend if you ask me. I mean, how does it work? It's just NFTs for Bitcoin. Simple as that. Can I leave you one? I mean, dude, there's a bajillion of them. A bajillion of them. I snagged the nice one. The strat is just to get uncommons. These are the most liquid. Some of these might pop off harder. Like the black uncommons are really nice and they're cheap. They're only $50. But I think the most liquid are regular uncommons. I would just sweep some of these, honestly. I mean, I bought most of mine from 4 to 500, so you're getting a better deal than I did. Yeah, I think honestly, Bitcoin DeFi is so undervalued. Bitmaps are a really easy play. It's land on Bitcoin. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. It's probably gonna have a bunch of airdrops throughout this year and next year. Super simple play. What about Aegis? Yeah, I still got Aegis. I closed the tab for it because it was too painful to look at, but I still think it's good quality. It's just getting destroyed. Like nobody's interested in it right now, it seems. Chart's terrible. I mean, it's just death. Even if you get a big candle, people that didn't sell here that wish they did are just gonna fade it. So it's gonna take a while probably. It'll probably be at least till March, April until this turns up, I would wager. So I simply just close the tab. I'm not willing to sell it. I don't really want to buy more. Unsheath still looks really good. vMINT still looks good. Guardian looks decent. GTX looks alright. ASG looks kind of shitty. Bundle's looking really good. Ooh, it looks even better when you refresh. Holy shit. I'm back in profits, baby. Up 300% the last 2 days. Let's go. INS looks good. Fry's looking pretty good. I need to refresh some of these. Some of these aren't loading. Someone wanted me to look at OXO. It's crazy, man. All this time, I sold out the rest of my stack in May. I think my lowest sale was like 5 to 6 cents, and it's not even 2x from there. Like 9 months later. That's crazy. I knew it too. When it was consolidating, I could just tell you that like people that didn't sell here were wishing they did, and everyone was calling 20 cents back here. Thus, that on the way there, everyone was just front running each other over and over. I don't know. I mean, this probably makes it to $1 this cycle, I would wager, but I've moved on. Yeah, I've seen Corvo talk about Lake. I had a chance to get in a while back, but I don't have enough money, man. There's just so many things I want to be in on the VC side too that like, yeah, I could have gotten in around a penny. I don't know. The chart looks great. I just don't have room. I just don't have the room. But I think this is a good project, honestly. I close with Kazi. Yeah, we're friends. We talk. We get in a lot of different projects, so we've become buds the last few months. Did we do the Ponzi's? Yeah, we did the Ponzi's earlier. I was saying that VEC is probably a safer bet, but I think BTC is going to attract more attention just because, one, it's BTC, and two, it's really more Ponzi. The people that want a Ponzi are probably going to go towards this versus VEC is kind of a more legit play, a little bit less Ponzi. But I got more size on VEC. I need to refresh some of these pages. A-Tor looks terrible, man. I feel like the hype for this one is just gone. Like this move just really crushed it. It's so sad to see, man. It had so much potential. So much potential. Next era still looks really good. The reaccumulation on this is nice. I wish I had like quadruple as much as I have. I've just been selling off because there's so many things I want to be in. It's so sad, honestly. Chart looks so good. Where's Bitcoin at right now? Not doing shit. Current thoughts on 0KN? I mean, I think it looks good. It's basically doing what Bitcoin's doing, you know? It's just chopping out people that are up 50x plus. I mean, 15 million for this. Surely 15 million for this is really undervalued. Like, surely, there's no doubt in my mind. I mean, these guys supposedly have connections to Monero, connections to Mina protocol. Some of their partnerships with like in the OPSEC space are really good. I think a lot of people are just waiting on like proof that they can do what they say they can do, and the more that comes out, the better it's gonna look. Yeah, I mean, I still feel good about this one. I would like, you know, some substance, right? I want to see. They've been talking a big game. I want to see it really play out, but I've still got more percent-wise of this than I do Fideium. Even though I maybe feel better and safer in Fideium. I'm only like 35-40% of my size here. And I think I'm like 60 to 70 on 0KN. Like 85 on Creso, something like that. People are going to wish they didn't fade Creso, I'm telling you, man. Give this a couple of months. People are going to be so bitter. When you said LCX is good, where do you see price going? Do you have a video on how to see or learn charts? I do have videos. I have a whole trading course on my model, but it's a little outdated. I'm actually, most of this month, I'm going to be spending time like fully re-recording the trading course I made. So be on the lookout. Come March, all of my old content is going to be re-recorded and improved on. And it'll go in on how to trade multiple time frames, how to manage your risk, how to long-term invest, how to swing trade, how to day trade. Now, I mean, I'm not really a day trader, but I'll definitely go into how you can use this model to day trade. We did some examples a couple streams ago on the private side. But it's a bit much to get into the details on a stream like this. It would take me a bit too long to explain it all, but definitely be on the lookout for that. I think our YouTube channel has my old videos where I do it, but my videography skills back then were definitely not up to par by any means. So, but everyone who's watched them said they're good. I just think they're, you know, I recorded them in 2019 and I've just learned a lot more since then, and I've gotten a lot better at explaining and all that stuff. But be on the lookout this month and into next month. I'm re-recording everything. Hunter, you don't hold higher caps like ETH saw. No, it's just not really my strong suit. I feel like the risk reward at this stage of the cycle is better in low caps. Like, there's no doubt about it, honestly. At these stages of the cycle, the risk reward is better to be in low caps. But as the cycle goes on, I will shift more into high caps. Thus, when I'm looking to exit, I'll be in stuff that's super liquid. Like, the liquidity on some of these is just a joke. But that's kind of the plus side too, you know, to get these going 10, 20, 30x, you don't need $1 billion, you know, you only need like millions. And millions is a joke to some of these big firms coming in. Suggest an entry on Creed, dude. Honestly, this range is kind of goated. I think it'll probably go like 0KN. You'll have someone that breaks it like this down to the old range. So if you can get like, yeah, like 3 to 3.5-ish, you know, I think you're safe. It'll probably, you know, someone that's still up 5 or 10x will puke it full stack down to like 3,000 if you can. But, you know, you'll have to be like super aware. You know, we saw how long it lasted on 0KN. It was for like 40 minutes you have to bid that. So you got to be really watching, set some alerts on your DEX screener. But I mean, like, let's be honest. I mean, even if you bought right now, you're already getting a 50% discount from the highs. You know, is it worth waiting for 60, 65? Like, is that worth it for you? If so, I mean, you know, maybe you get 60, maybe you get 70. But personally, I think that if it was me, I would just shoot my shot. You know, if you're willing to suffer 15, 20% drawdown for potentially some really big upside, it's probably worth. What do you look at? 4-hour charts, 1 month, 6 months? So typically, I'm more of a long-term investor and swing trader. For long-term investing, you use the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. And then for swing trading, you use the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour. And then for like day trading, you could do like the 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, even down to the 5 and the 1 minute. And there's even like a you know, like an intermediate term kind of in between, where you could have like your scalping and your day trading. I mean, day trading, you know, you're trying to trade in the direction of like your 4-hour and your 1 hour. Those are the directional trends you're trading in the direction of, but you're making most use of the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute. And then for scalping, you're trading the 30-minute trend, but you're using the 15, the 5, and the 1 minute. You know, I'll explain all this in detail in the course. It's just a bit much. I don't want to spend an hour talking about this stuff on stream, but in the course, I'll give examples in crypto. I'll give examples in the stock market, maybe even in Forex, just to show that these kind of skills are useful in every market. If you want to trade equities, if you want to trade Forex, if you want to trade fixed income, if you want to trade anything crypto, this trading model, it scales to every kind of financial market. It's just a bit much to get into on just a public crypto stream, you know? And that's going to be a lot deeper. If you don't know how to read charts, I'm going to go over that too in the course. But I would highly recommend, honestly, just go to YouTube. You know, how to read trading view charts, right? How to read candlestick charts. There's a billion videos out there talking about it. And there's going to be people out there that explain the very basics probably better than I will. But when it comes to, you know, my individual strategy, obviously no one else is going to be able to explain it like me. But just like how to read a candlestick, I mean, it's so basic that it's hard for me to, I don't want to say dumb it down, but I'm just so used to doing it that it's a little bit hard, even as an educator, to back up and explain that, you know, so anyone can understand it. I'm trying to get better at that, but if you're avoiding ETH ecosystem because of ETH fees, how would you target 50 to 100x starting now? Oh, that's a tough question because I'm mainly involved in projects that are on ETH. But I mean, the fees aren't always that bad. Like I've definitely had Uniswap entries that are like $5 fees, you know. I mean, it's not nothing, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta sacrifice the fee, you know, $5-10, whatever it might be. If not, I mean, you're basically just limiting yourself to projects that are not on Ethereum. And the majority of good projects right now, in my opinion, are on Ethereum. You know, maximalists of other chains like Solana will argue there's a bunch of good stuff there. I have not seen a bunch of good stuff on Solana. It mostly seems like garbage, like vaporware. You know, it's got a couple good dexes. I'm sure there's like an Aave-esque project over there, lending and borrowing. I just don't see a lot of quality there. And, you know, you don't have to invest in quality. And there's obviously quotations around that word, quality. Some of this stuff might seem quality and it just ends up being complete vaporware. It's just harder for me to value stuff that publicly does not care about being quality. Like dog with hat. What kind of valuation am I supposed to be on that? It's the same at 10 million as it is at $1 billion. I don't know how to value it. That's why I always struggle with meme coins. But one of my favorites, though, EMC, I think has really high upside potential. If you're willing to stomach, you know, potentially a 30-40% drop at best. I mean, you can get into EMC for like pennies or like $1 fee because it's on Arbitrum. It's just hard. I mean, you know, I would just suck up the fees, you know, except that you're not going to be wanting to, you know, buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell. You're going to want to buy and then sell over here months later. You're not going to want to be in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not like Solana where you can make $10 and then call it a day. Which other crypto Twitter accounts do you think are worth following? I need to remake a Twitter list. I used to have a Twitter list, but it's just there's so many good accounts now that weren't here in 2019, 2020 when I made that list. It's kind of hard to say. Obviously, Ansem is a good follow. If you don't follow Z, I mean, you're missing the whole Solana ecosystem. Messi is a good follow if he'll let you in. Oh wait, I don't have it on this. Here we go. Messi at Lord Bogdanov. If he'll let you in, he's a really good follow. And then for Solana, Z at Black Noise 06. He's a good follow. It's hard to, like, I don't really get a lot of advice from Twitter that much nowadays. I used to follow people on Twitter really closely, but I kind of don't anymore. I had to really think. Bob Lucas has some pretty good takes. He's got some good, like, big picture takes that I kind of like. And he trades in cycles like I do. So I tend to like his takes. Oh, the Grammys are happening, Pog. Yeah. Literally don't care. Oh, I had Zelda pulled up. I wish that worked, man. I don't know why. I can only play lo-fi straight from StreamYard. I can't play YouTube. Who else is there? Yeah, I don't know. I'd really have to think about it for like a couple of weeks, honestly. But I'll try to make a list after I'm done recording all my new videos this month. I'll try to make a list. I'm just spending a lot of time on that right now. DEXTF at support, ready to roll over. Maybe. Yeah, it might roll over. It might do what 0KN did and just have like a quick flush. I'm not sure. I'm not touching this bag though, honestly. I mean, the chart for this one is crazy. Like you might get a better deal, but when the chart looks like this, I don't really worry about here versus here versus here. Like I'm in for all this. This is just noise to me. You know, obviously I know it's a big difference. If you can get 50% more, it makes a big difference, but I bought most of mine at like 13 cents and I'm not touching it. This is a ride or die bag for me. And it's already super low market cap for what it is. EMC is lovely. I think EMC is one of the best all-around positions for everyone. It's got, I mean, it's got real-world asset. It's got DPIN. It's got AI. It's got GPU. You know, it's on Arbitrum, so it's low fees, quick entries. It's deflationary long-term. It's pretty liquid. Oh, big thing. It's got China. Don't underestimate, dude. China's coming for crypto this cycle. I just know it. Yeah, like all arounder, this is probably one of the best coins to get into. You know, being transparent, I bought all of my spot for this from 70 to 90 cents. And I'm in from back here on my vested bags. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. You know, I'm definitely biased towards upside. But in general, I do think this is very, very undervalued. The only real competitor, even in crypto, is Render, and I think this has potential to be as good as Render, honestly. And Render is one of the best charts since 2022, and it's already 2.5 billion, 1.8 liquid. This will probably go to like 20 billion this cycle. So if you think this is even a tenth as good, I mean, you're talking about, you know, 20 to 40x upside from here, and it costs you nothing to get in. Again, you have to be willing to accept some potential drawdown. You know, if Bitcoin shits the fan, yeah, it's going to get hammered. Like, what isn't? But when the upside could be, you know, 20 bucks, right? I mean, there's your downside, there's your upside. To me, it's a no-brainer. And even though I'm in from back here on my vested bags, I still came in at 70, 80, 90 cents, almost $1, and I was ripping 20, 30, 50K into it. Like, I think it's going to be big. I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. Why it's on ARB? Why do people always ask me that? Do people not like ARB or something? Like, ARB is one of the best chains out there. I mean, you go to DeFi Llama. First off, if we discount Tron, because nothing on Tron is useful or good at all, BSC is 90% garbage. It's pretty much second best next to Ethereum. And because it's EVM, it basically is just Ethereum, but cheaper and faster. And it's not like Solana where it's like, oh, we're Ethereum, but cheaper and faster, when it's really not. It's, you know, it's a whole different chain ecosystem. It's kind of the best
option out there. I mean, whether you think Solana's better or not, I mean, who really cares? If you think Solana's better, okay, then Ethereum's 1, Solana's 2, and Arbit's 3. It's still top 5. Like, as far as TVL, it's second best next to Ethereum if you discount Tron and BSC, which I don't even count those. They're such garbage. Volume-wise, it's third, right behind Solana. Other metrics, like if you care about how much is bridged, I mean, it's fifth. Like, it's one of the best out there. You know, it's definitely not something to be slept on. So that's why they're on Arbitrum, because it's EVM, but you're not going to get raped by fees. You know, so it's compatible with all the Ethereum tech, but it's cheap and it's fast. So I think that's why they went for Arbitrum, honestly. In my opinion, it's a no-brainer. Arb is probably one of the best places you could build on right now. You're fully compatible with Ethereum, but it's way cheaper. Everyone can participate. I mean, I think it's the next best thing to Ethereum. And even if you think Solana is better and like the best, that still has it at third. Definitely better than Polygon or AVAX or Base or any of that shit. Would be great if you can share the list on Discord. Oh yeah, once I make the Twitter list, I'll post it in the trades channel. But just, you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not saying if I put someone on the list, doesn't mean everything they tweet you just buy it, no brainer. But I'll definitely make a list of, you know, 50 something people that I think are worth the follow for XYZ reasons. You can check vMINT out. Yeah, I think vMINT still looks really solid. You know, you've got basically two kind of trends kind of going on here. Something like this. Or kind of like this. Right? So, you know, you might fudge around in here a little bit for a while. But I think this will definitely break up in the next month or two. Decentralized market making, in my opinion, is a very good narrative. They've already done over $1 billion in volume for their clients, and the wait list to be one of their clients is huge. So I think it's just being slept on right now. You know, there's a bunch of KOLs in such that it's not quite fully diluted. But even at fully diluted value, 10 mil is really cheap. You know, that's barely even going to be top 1,000. So I think my entry is around 8.8. I bought when it was around a penny, and the team gave me a decent discount. Not really, like 10%, but still good enough. But I think this is a great project. Got a lot of good stuff lined up. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but you know, I probably put it in my top 10, 15 out of 40, 50 bags. I mean, that's pretty good. Do you know 0x Coon? Maybe. I follow a few different Coons. Let me see if I follow him. Doesn't look like it. Is it this guy? I don't think I've heard of him. I can't see if he's followed by anyone I follow. Let me see if he'll let me in. But honestly, I've never heard of him before. But if he's been here since 2017, I mean, maybe he knows a thing or two. I'd have to see his account. We'll see if he lets me in. Absolutely not him. The way you said that is so hateful. Coon. Is it Khun maybe? Just throw a link up. Oh, underscore. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I hate to break it to you, brother. I've got him blocked. I don't know why. I feel like this is one of the guys that tried to dox me after the OXO thing. I might be misremembering. It was. He got mad that I was... Yeah, he's one of the guys that was pissed that I was taking profits on OXO after a 200x. Because I said I was not selling, and then I decided I wanted to sell some. Like, yeah, I changed my mind. I adapted. He said, not selling to it's a free bag now, dumping on followers with hype. Like, one, my wallets are public. Anyone want to say anything about it, you know, power to you. But like, it's a 200, 300x. I mean, I tell Blockcircle when I'm selling. That's the only people I'm entitled to tell what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I remember him. I don't know. Very weird hill to die on. This is why people don't share their low cap trades, because of guys like that. And he deleted some tweets that he had said about me, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's gonna be a reblock. I ain't got time for people like that. But that's not to say his takes are bad or anything. I haven't read any of his tweets. Maybe he's got some good insights. But definitely had some weird hills to die on, for sure. Hey, what's up, Nas? It's been a minute, homie. Just know about the site. Yeah, he might have some good takes on psychology. Again, I haven't read his tweets, so I don't know. But when's the new VC play coming out? I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm ending up able to get into that one. I've not heard back yet. But yeah, I'll talk about it if I end up getting in. I need to do some more research too. I just know a couple of guys that are in EMC with me got into it. And they seem pretty big brain. Yeah, dude, I'm doing great. I've never been more excited for crypto, honestly. I think it's honestly one of the best times to be in crypto. You know, if you can stomach this or whatever's gonna come up until halving, if you can stomach that, I think we're chilling. You know, it might be a little bit rough for a month or two, but you know, after a move like this and a move like this, I mean, who cares about this? The only people that should care about this are people that are leveraged up to the tits. Spot traders, guys with good entries from October, November, I mean, you got nothing to worry about. I'm about to mortgage my damn house just to have more money for crypto. Not really. Not really, folks, but for real. CC on a ripper, I know, dude. Barney's gonna make us proud. I tried to grab the other charts data. I tried to bar pattern it, but it didn't work out. Before they migrated. Let's see if I can get it. It might just show up on the chart if I refresh this one. Yep, there it is. I don't know why it does that. If I pull up the old ticker, even though it's a completely new contract, it'll throw. I can't copy and paste this to the new one, but if I bar pattern the old one, it'll just show up on the new one. Anyways, this is the price action for Kakun since it ever existed. First mentioned on stream. First mentioned on stream. I think at 200 or 2,000, whatever that level is. Yeah, I mentioned it on stream. Oh, no, it was like 3,000. We first looked at it on stream back here. I was about to ape an extra 20K and I held off. I was like, we'll let some Blockcircle guys get in. So whoever bought these dips, this is someone in Blockcircle for sure. Whoever bought that is straight chilling. What's price right now? 5.5. Sitting on a cheeky 10 to 20x. Whoever bought that dip. Straight chilling. Probably does something like this. I would wager. This should be, to me, this should be a 50-cent coin, dude. Like, their app is one of the best out there. Hands down. If you believe China will be printing this year, CFX makes sense. Yeah, I was following that one pretty closely last year. It had a really good run early on in the year. It looks decent now. Looks pretty decent. It could be a bear flag, kind of, into the next low. But the daily looks solid. You really need to get traction. I like when things are expanded, like over in here. I don't really like when everything's all the EMAs and longer term moving averages are all jumbled together. It makes it a lot harder to trade around. But once you can clear this and do some consolidation, it's going to look a lot nicer to trade. Yeah, this looks good. I think Stacks kind of looked like that before it moved up, didn't it? Kind of looks like a little bit less good, a little bit worse version of Stacks in here, but like this is a nice dip to hit. Once you've moved away from the moving averages, you buy that first dip, easy money. You're the dragon, baby. That's right. You've been bullish, dude. It's like, this has got to be one of the best times to be bullish in crypto. Again, we always got to throw the disclaimer. As long as you're willing to suffer whatever the heck is going to come next, it's going to be some bullshit. Trust me, there's a good chance before this gets moving that this level gets tapped and this level gets tapped. Like, you will have huge shorts piling in here. You have a bajillion breakout longs up here. It'll probably ping pong from one to the other. I'm calling it. Both these levels are going to get hit. Feels bad TradFi's been outperforming this year. Dude, I know. TradFi's been going hard. But hey, I'm still up like 3,000% in the last year. Show me TradFi that's outperforming that. Yeah, these charts look great. Bitcoin's basically going through this. Oh, this is literally a perfect example of what I'm talking about with Bitcoin right now. This level and this level. Breakout shorters, breakout longers. Right back to the middle of the range and then move up. These are the dips to hit if you can get them. You're going to buy a little bit higher than we are now, but yeah, I mean, these charts are nuts. Absolutely beautiful, though. S&Ps look good. Perfect hold of Pi on S&Ps back in October. I mean, you just can't make that shit up. Oh my gosh, dude, what is that gap? Holy shit. What the hell? What is Meta even doing? You know what's funny? They're actually buying GPUs out the ass for all the AI stuff. EMC, baby. That is one of the craziest gaps I've ever seen. What a run. That is crazy. Look at the COVID low. You run to new highs, straight to new lows, and straight to new highs. I mean, that is just wild. Look at this, though, man. This is why you trade the cycles. Cycle low, 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 cycle low. All good bids. Trade with the cycles, folks. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, I believe the name is going to be... Actually, I don't know if I can say the name publicly. It's in the Discord, though. It's in the CC channel. The name is going to be much better. Especially since you won't have CAC and con in the same name. CAC just sounds like cock. And con just sounds like, you know, a con. Horrible name. I know cock on is like a... It's like a term in the betting world or something. What does it mean? Well, when you Google it, all that comes up is the crypto, so I don't even know if it means something, but someone told me that it means something. I just can't remember what it was. Thoughts on ITX? I'm over that one, dude. They've had 8 months to do something and they've done nothing. I think the rebrand is a whole scam. I'm not a fan. I'm already out of that one. It might rip, but I'm not a big fan. Oh, yeah, dude. AI is going to be one of the biggest... It'll be one of the biggest trends in crypto and probably one of the biggest investment disappointments of all time. I mean, these AI projects are going to talk up a huge dream about what they can fulfill by 2026, and 95% of them won't even reach their goals by 2030. But you know normies are going to come in and be like, bro, you ever heard of AI? You ever heard of that? Like, it's like what we saw in Back to the Future. You know, like... It's AI. Have you ever heard of it? It stands for artificial intelligence, you know, like robots. Like they're going to sound so big brain talking about AI. And machine learning. All this different stuff, dude. It's going to be one of the easiest trends. Can you show how to buy EMC on ARB? Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's see if I can pull up bridge. You just get some Ethereum or USDC or USDT. You go to your favorite bridge. I use Synapse, or you can use Orbiter or whatever you want to use to bridge. And then you bridge from Ethereum to Arbitrum, which apparently has a fee rebate, which is really nice. And then you go to Uniswap. You copy the contract address right here. And then you buy it. You can also check Camelot. I know there's a new EMC pool on Camelot. Let me check real quick which one has better liquidity. I think Uniswap still has better liquidity. But I'll check real quick just for the squad. If I want to buy 10 ETH. On Camelot, I get 17,700. On Uniswap,
Uniswap, you get 18.4. So you still want to buy on Uniswap. So yeah, you just get some ETH or USDT or USDC, bridge it over from Ethereum to Arbitrum, and then just go to Uniswap. Make sure you switch your network to Ethereum or to Arbitrum from Ethereum. You can do that by just clicking in the corner up here. You'll be on Ethereum if you bridge, then you switch to Arbitrum. You copy the contract address. You paste it in. There it is. And then you just buy. Easy peasy. Super simple. I think NVIDIA is giving preview. Dude, NVIDIA is giving preview to crypto in general. NVIDIA is a preview of the stock market, and the stock market is a preview of crypto. But, yeah, I mean, AI coins are just going to explode. And most of them will dump 99.9% afterwards. So don't get married to anything, folks. In general, don't get married to anything. You'd rather be selling too early than not selling at all. Thoughts on buy? I still like buy. The price action's kind of garbage right now. Like, this looks really rough. I don't know if it's KOLs selling or what, but I'm massively underwater. I was in from like the 6s. So I'm down like 40% or something. Yeah, I'm down like 40%. So, I mean, it's probably a decent time to be adding, honestly. But, you know, it's basically a beta play on stuff like Fetch, which is at 500 million, and OLAS, which is like 200. So it's basically a beta play on those. I mean, if you don't think it's of the same quality, I'd probably just want to be in those. But if you think it's lagging, then I think it's worthwhile. I considered getting out of it at like 5. And maybe I should have, but I don't know. I think it's a good narrative, so, you know, it'll probably trail out down to like 3 or 250 or something, and then maybe come back later in March. Still think it's good. Normies think AI is insane. Dude, they are gonna... Dude, just wait for the TikToks. Wait for the TikToks on AI crypto. They're gonna be hilarious. They're gonna be so freaking funny. They're gonna be selling a freaking dream. Join my OnlyFans. I'll show you how to buy AI, and I'll show you my dick in the same 5 minutes. Nobody clipped that, by the way. But yeah, it's gonna be a disgusting cycle, honestly. And honestly, crypto is like the only way to escape. I mean, have you guys seen those TikToks? Again, I'm not on TikTok, but they always show up on Twitter. It's like these like 25-year-old women that are talking about working like 9 to 5s and how it's just impossible. They can barely make ends meet. And, you know, I mean, I feel for them. I really do. Like, not necessarily on the 9 to 5. I mean, it is what it is, right? You know? I mean, I worked, you know, 10-hour shifts all the time at shitty restaurants and stuff. Like, I didn't enjoy my jobs before I did crypto. But, like, you know, you're trying to work in a place where they're going to hire you for what you want to do, like New York and California, and people say, bro, just don't live in the city. Well, if where they're getting hired is in the city, they're going to work there. Like, some of those takes are kind of really not insensitive, just people think you can just go live in the country where it's cheap and get these jobs that fit perfectly for your career choice. Like, sometimes your career requires you to live in the city, and rent is like $2,000, and some of these 9 to 5ers are bringing in like $2,500 a month, and they've got, you know, they got to pay their rent, they got to pay their phone bill, they got to pay electricity and water and trash, and like they're also trying to save. Like, it's tough out there, man. It's tough for normies. And I don't really like using the term normie. I'm not trying to use it as like a derogatory thing or anything. Just, I guess your average Joe, I guess, would be the more appropriate term. I don't think anyone here really is offended or anything, but truly, it's tough right now. being a normie, especially for Zoomers and millennials. It's, you know, just coming from some of my friends too, like, it's hard. And one of the only ways they will be able to escape is degenerate gambling, aka crypto. It's kind of sad because they think they're gonna, you know, a lot of them think they're gonna change their lives and they're just gonna lose it all. You're offended? Well, you can piss off, mate. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. But, you know, it's really gonna be a sad sight. You know, some of them will make it big, and some of these people are gonna gamble in situations where they shouldn't gamble, and they're gonna lose it all. And you hate to see it. And that's why I'm gonna make as much money as I can so my friends and my family are covered. You know, if they get wrecked, I'm gonna have their backs, and I'm not gonna sit on top by myself. And that's why I'm still in crypto, honestly. You know, I could dip out of crypto if I wanted to and live a very happy life wherever I want, but it's not enough to make it myself. I need my mom to make it, I need my dad, my brother, my sister, my girlfriend, my in-laws, my best buddies. Like, everyone's got to make it. And so until then, we grind, baby. We grind and grind. Hyper gamble your way out of wage cutting. I mean, it's not even a meme. It's legit. It's probably one of the biggest reasons we're going to have a, quote, super cycle. You know, it's why I think we're going to go a lot harder than we did last cycle. Like, a lot harder. I mean, people are going to gamble everything they have. And again, it's going to be sad. It's going to be sad. But for the ones that are smart, it'll change their lives and they will actually be able to escape from wage slavery. And again, I use that term lightly because, you know, some people, a lot of people in the world will be thankful just to have any kind of job. And I feel for them, truly. But, you know, a lot of the ones that are working really, really hate their lives. And, you know, maybe they should be more grateful or this and that, whatever. Regardless, they're not happy. The upside of their careers is pretty limited. There's always someone chasing right behind them, willing to do more for less. It's just rough, man. It's really rough. And I truly, truly feel for them. And sadly, that will just lead them to destruction in crypto. So I hope this cycle goes hard enough, and I hope it's easy enough that a lot of normies can make some good money and hopefully escape. But, I mean, you got to make a lot of money to be able to quit your job and use that money safely to make enough money so that you don't have to have a career again. I mean, you need a lot. That's why most of them will not make it, you know. They'll quit their jobs, and even if they make a lot of money, they will need their jobs again in years' time. But there will already be people doing it. And, I mean, just go look at some of the layoff numbers from some of these big tech companies. That shit is not going to slow down. I mean, the layoffs are going to be massive. The better AI and machine learning and just computers in general, the better it all gets, the harder it's going to be for your average Joe. You know, I mean, the safest places to be are probably medical degrees. Again, which you got to get a ridiculous amount of debt and commit 15 hours a day to even do that. Or engineering jobs, you know, the trends that are going to be the hardest for computers to take over, you know, thinking jobs that make you think creatively. Those are probably some of the safest to be for now. But it's hard, man. It does bring me down a little bit, but, you know, all I can do is kind of try and take care of mine as best as I can. And you guys, obviously, I mean, I can't do it for you, and, you know, but that's definitely what keeps me going in Blockcircle. I mean, if I just wanted to make, you know, if I just want to make money off you guys, I would be charging a lot more, and I would be a lot less transparent. But that's not what it's about. That's why I hate when paid groups get a bad rep. And that's probably because most paid groups are not looking out for their clients. I mean, that's what I wake up to do, man. I'm trying to help as many people as possible.
escaped from wage slavery. And it's the last time I'll say it, but I'm not hating on having a job. I think it's, it's great. And, I wish everyone that doesn't have a job could get one and all, but for the people that hate their jobs, I would love to have a role in helping them escape from that, So that's what I'm here to do, and I'll be here every day the coming years, and no end in sight for me, honestly. Even once I make it big, make it really big, I'll still be doing this. Just a lot less size. I won't be fully degen forever. I was all in this cycle. I was like 80% in this cycle. I'm like 30 to 40% in this cycle. And next cycle, I'll probably be like 10, 15%. So, and if we do get a super cycle this cycle, it's going to be a rough time for crypto the following years, I imagine. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. But anyways, just kind of went off on a tangent there. I'm very passionate about this stuff. Like, try to find someone as passionate about this stuff as me. There's plenty. There's plenty actually, but I'm probably in the minority. Oh, excuse me. Let's see, I've lost track of time. How long have we been going on this one? An hour and a half now, hour and a half earlier, about 3 hours. We'll go a bit longer though. I don't really have much to do. Even buying Blockcircle's bags time and time again. Dude, that's the best, man. Like, I actually hate that everyone knows my wallets. Like, it's just so hard. I can't do anything, and someone's DMing me, yo, what's this you're buying? Like, hold on, I'm gonna talk about it. Like, but in the end, ain't nobody can call me a LARP. I'm not dumping on people, and it's publicly provable. I bet I've ridden more bags to zero than most people in Blockcircle. And people also saying like VC plays are free money. I have ridden dozens of VC plays to zero in the last year or two. And it's just, I don't know. If I was completely anonymous, I would make so much more money, dude. I would make so much more money. That's why I've seen like at least 100+ different accounts since I started in 2017 start some form of a paid group and quit. Because the upside outside of the really shitty ones that are just, they got thousands of members and they're just dumping on them all day. The real upside to having a paid group is very limited if you're not in it for the right reasons. But anyways, we go on a little tangent. We do a little tangent. It's something we do. So we've pretty much covered, though, everything I wanted to look at. Let's do a brief overview again. Okay, refresh all these tabs. See how everything looks before we sign off. See if anything catches my eye. All right. Oh, no, I refreshed all of them on the 4 hour. Ugh, I hate when it gets stuck on that. Fidam looks so good. 0KN looks nice. I really hope this does not get faded. Man, I'm ready for this Creso comeback. Ooh, VEC's pushing. Back above entry. Let's go. They're going to make me chase on dog. I can feel it.
Oh, someone's aping. Who is it? Who's watching stream? Is it you, 0x3D? Who is it? Mexi. Dude, where do these infinite sellers come from on DEXTF? It's crazy. People still sleeping on Dua. People sleeping on M0. I've come to the conclusion people are sleeping on all my bags. They're simply undervalued. They're not shit. They're just lagging. Yes. vMINT's gonna take a plunge to 0.008. It feels like half my coins are about to do a 0KN. I really want to get some more ASG. Yo, Bundle is just going for it. People are finally realizing my bags are the best. Oh, INS getting hammered. Give me 40 cents. People are sleeping on index too. We haven't talked about that much, but all in good time, brothers. Oh, the Welsh comeback is going to be immense. Oh, I can't wait. All right, folks. Well, you guys got anything else you want to look at? Got about 3 hours total of streaming today. That's pretty good for a public stream. Ugh. Not that I have anything better to do, of course. Or do I? Yes. If not, we could probably just wrap things up here. And you guys know, anytime you got questions or comments or concerns, hit me up in Discord all day, every day. I'm always around. I will never ask you for money. I will never send you a sketchy link. If I do, don't click it. For goodness sake. Thoughts on Curve? Curve chart, last I looked horrible. Still does. I mean, you know, maybe it'll bottom out down here. I just think there's way better picks. You know, these are the kind of charts that, again, I talk about not caring about the bottom and the top, just catching the middle. This is one of those. I would rather buy it much higher. Like, kind of like how Stacks did. I'd rather buy pullbacks like these after a trend reversion than try and buy this and just pray it's the bottom. Like, I'd rather be buying at 50 cents to 70 cents than 25 to 30 with trend confidence, you know? I used to, like last cycle and the previous one, I did this a lot. Just nonstop buying, but it just is not I'm just not about it anymore. I think the tech is cool. The platform is good. I'm just not buying this kind of stuff anymore for the most part. Unless it's like if Curve was $5 million market cap, I wouldn't care if the chart looked like this. And, you know, maybe it's doing some kind of triangle wedge thing or something. Maybe it'll expand out of it sooner or later. But, I mean, you don't even have a daily uptrend. You don't even have a 4-hour uptrend. It just looks terrible. Double top at pi. I don't know. Looks rough. Market looks like it's gonna take a fat dump. Dude, I'm telling you. We're gonna run this, and we're gonna run this before Bitcoin halving. No doubt in my mind. We closed back below the daily 8 EMA too. That is not a good sign, brothers. And if we lose this level, things are gonna get rough. It unironically looks a lot like the pre-COVID crash. Oh gosh. It unironically looks like this kind of price action, dudes. Oh boy. But look, you know what they say, man. No risk, no reward, no free rides. And I'm personally willing to risk big to make big. I got a lot of people I'm trying to take care of, so I'm gonna risk it to make it for all of us. If we do get a dump, which top bags you want to add to? Dude, I haven't even gotten many stables left. I've got a little bit of emergency stables, and I'll probably just buy stacks with it. That's been the plan for a while now, at least. But top 3, EMC. Ample Fourth is one of my favorites. Just keep in mind, a bag like this is going to have opportunity costs. A lot of things will run harder than this before this. But for me, it's kind of a safe, patient play. Like, you're just slowly biding your time until you can spend a couple of months of positive rebasing, and then you get one spike high. Oh my gosh, easy 10x. So this is definitely... I've added more to this lately than anything else. I think VEC is going to have a really good month. So those are probably some of my favorites. You know, Fideum, Creso, EMC, Ample Fourth if you're patient, VEC. Those are probably my favorites. Nexera chart also looks really solid. Maybe one flush under 10 cents. Yeah, probably my top picks. Butterfly, yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't really... Are they still doing the whole curve wars thing, or did they adjust their model? I lost like $2 million on this at the end of the last bull market, so I'm kind of biased against them, even though it's all my fault. I mean, chart looks good. Man, they don't even have the old price history. Where's the chart where it dumps from like 3,000? Is it this one? It's got to be this one. On curve. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's still not as much as I thought it would be, but there's the OG butterfly. So butterfly's basically sitting in like this kind of region now. Pretty good recovery, honestly, all things considered. What is this? August 2022. August 2022. Yeah, let's see if we can overlay. It might not let me. Ooh, maybe it'll do what Kakon does. If I refresh, will it show up? It's the same ticker. Ah, it doesn't. I don't know why Kakon does that. Can I paste it? No, I can't. What does this do? Dumps from 300 to 100. Bottoms in December. Tops at 4 in February. Bottoms in October. Can I draw that? So it looks like this. I guess it kind of looks like that, right? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a slow cooker, dude. I just won't ever touch it again. I'm just too scarred. I went too hard back here when I shouldn't have at the end of the last bull market. So now it's like, it's just something I won't ever go back to. I also haven't paid attention to them. Maybe they've revamped their business model. They were basically just like Ohm back in the day. I don't know if they're like that anymore, but I'm not about it. I don't really have any good take on it, honestly. Alright guys, well I gotta go record a couple of videos for this trading course, so I'm gonna bounce now. Last thing we'll look at here, we'll look at 0xl, since someone asked, and yeah, I know about that one. It's a good idea. Leveraging shitcoins on chain, it's a good idea. I don't know how the coin comes into play. I'm guessing it's a revenue share kind of thing. People were trying to get me to buy the top on this for a while. I think Blockcircle was in on this from like back here. The chart looks bad. To be fair, the chart looks pretty bad. It's just, but I mean, it's kind of just floating back to this big level it lifted off from. So weekly, you know, it's not, they're not, still pretty bad. I don't know. This is kind of your last line of defense right here if you're a fan of this one. And to be fair, I guess TA doesn't mean that much when it's at 3 million market cap, but it looks pretty rough to be honest, brother. It looks pretty rough. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. I hope you guys found the streams enjoyable and educational, all that good stuff. Like I said, anytime you have any questions, you can catch me in Discord, on Twitter. All the glory to God, as always. Jesus Christ. Thank you, amen, for a wonderful stream. A bunch of wonderful people. Could not be happier in this career path. And I will see you guys on Wednesday, at least Blockcircle guys. I'll see you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll stream for a couple hours. Definitely want to get ready to hunker down. It's gonna be an interesting couple of months, that's for sure. You know, whether we get this or whether we get this or just zigzagging, it's gonna be rough. So time to put your money where your mouth is, get that game plan ready. Because once Bitcoin's having here, I think we are off to the races. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I will catch you on Wednesday. Keep your eyes out throughout this month. We might have some interesting content coming out. I've been planning a giveaway too for a while. We're trying to look into the legality of all that stuff, but hopefully be doing a giveaway at some point soon-ish. Don't hold me to it, but I would really like to. Maybe we'll do it for stream. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird ass jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off, take off the fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside, take off your